person who commented under our video, they said, wasn't papal infallibility a 19th century invention? If so, can you really backdate it 2,000 years?
No, it's not a 19th century invention. This is when it's dogmatically defined. Part of the reason it's dogmatically defined is to give a sense of the scope of infallibility, because there were some Catholics who their understanding of when the Pope was infallible was actually too broad. So this was a lively debate amongst Catholics for a very long time. But you can see evidence of a belief in something like papal infallibility quite early on. So, for instance, the first document that tells us the four Gospels are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is against heresies in about the year 180 by St. Irenaeus of Lyon. And in that document, the same work that we hear who the four Gospels are, he talks about apostolic succession, and he traces the lineage of every pope from Peter and Paul down to his own day. He's got the 13th pope as the Bishop of Rome at the time. But he tells us why. This is in Against Heresies, Book 3, Chapter 3. And he says that he's going to trace, even though he could do this for any of the churches founded by apostles, it's, again, only the year 180. It's not that hard to know that pretty recent history. The reason he traces the lineage of Rome rather than even his own Diocese of Lyon or Smyrna, this ancient city where he grew up, he traces Rome because he says it is a matter of necessity that every church should agree with this church on account of its preeminent authority. Now, there's a couple ways you could understand that. One, you could say, well, maybe he's just saying Rome happened to get things right, so we should all have the same faith Rome has because it just happens to get things right. But he doesn't say that. He says because of its preeminent authority. A second way you can misunderstand it is to say, well, that means we have to follow Rome even if Rome's teaching heresy and error. And he's literally got a book called Against Heresies. That's where this is from. He's clearly not okay with heresy. So that leaves the third possibility that he's convinced, for whatever reason, that the Church of Rome will never teach heresy. And that's why we can safely agree with it. And that's why it has this preeminent authority. So that is, in embryonic form, a pretty clear presentation of something like papal infallibility. But it does take the centuries to nuance what does that mean and what does that not mean.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this Catholic Answer, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our live streams Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific. Or find the episode after on YouTube, your favorite podcast platform, or our Catholic Answers app.